What is good with the YouTube? It is your boy, Sean Rock to the, aka Lil Nicky, representing We Thrive HDBM because every day it is vital for us to thrive. And I'm back again with another video. And I got some things I want to get off my chest, but more importantly, I want to relate to people around the world who may be dealing with this. And the title of this video is going to be called People May Not Understand. Here's what I mean. Growing up, I've always felt different. I've always been searching for more. I've always been looking outside of my immediate circle to see what was going on. I've always looked at my experiences and the people around me with a side eye. I wanted to understand what society looks like. So for me, my journey was always, it's an evolution, right? In my teenage years, I wanted to read books, right? So I would go to the library and I would buy books. I wanted to work out, so I would go and buy equipment. I wanted to invest, try different things that I wasn't seeing within my immediate environment, to become the best version of myself. And it was an evolution because it started with just attempting and really not doing it, doing it a little bit but falling off, doing it consistently but then falling back into where I'm at now, where I'm like making it a lifestyle. And people may not understand. So if you're one of those people who are trying to become the best version of yourself, what's the best version of yourself? If you can basically close your eyes and picture yourself emotionally, financially, spiritually, physically, mentally, what would your life look like? That's a very, very intense answer. I've sat down and asked myself that, and I've been in active pursuit of becoming the best version of myself. To me, that's what the best version of yourself means. So when you're trying to become the best version of yourself, people may not understand. And one of the things I've heard people say to me is that you don't listen to anyone. That's one of the statements that I hear, and one of the statements that I totally disagree with. Because here's the thing, what they're essentially saying is that you don't listen to me, or you don't listen to us, right, around here. And the reason why I feel like this doesn't make any sense is because, number one, I do listen to you because your environment is your first teacher. The people in your immediate circle is your first teacher. The people in your immediate circle, whether you listen to them, talk to them, or deal with them, they're going to have some level of impact on your life regardless. And then the second thing I'll say is that I don't listen to these people, and you shouldn't either. Why shouldn't you listen most times? Because if they were saying things that was actually going to benefit the journey that you were going to, why would you not listen if you're trying to become the best version of yourself? You got to really think about that. That's a complex statement. If you're trying to become the best version of yourself, why wouldn't you listen to advice that comes the best version of yourself? Well, for me, the reason why I wouldn't listen to advice that's coming from these people when I listen to advice coming from other people is because they're not trying to help me become the best version of myself. They're trying to help me to become the best version that they think I can become versus what I want to become. Another reason why I don't listen to people around me is because they're regurgitating information, right? Like if they're not devouring books, if they're not an avid reader, then their information is regurgitated. Where is regurgitated from? From family history, for people around them, from the environment, from TV, from all the sources that don't have any real true backing or substance. So I won't listen to them, right? What I suggest you do, and what I've chose to do, is I go to books and I listen to books, right? and I read books to get this information and to get the facts that I need to show me what I need to do. The second thing is I go to people who's done things that I want to do or done things that's similar to what I want to do, right? And people just may not understand. So instead of seeing these people as competitors or seeing these people as people I don't listen to, I go and listen to them. Like, I've studied the philosophy of Kobe Bryant. I've studied the philosophy of Floyd Mayweather. I've studied the philosophy of Jesus. I've studied the philosophy of Martin Luther King, the philosophy of Tupac Shakur, the philosophy of Tyler Perry, Brandon Carter, Chris Jones, Rich Piana, C.T. Fletcher, you know what I'm saying? Brian Tracy, various different authors. I have mentors and leaders on YouTube, on, in books, in various places. And what I would suggest to you is to understand that people won't understand, and you're going to have to get mentors outside of your immediate circle if you're trying to become the best version of yourself, right? Because people may be well-intentioned with their with their communication and with their ideas, but that doesn't mean that the ideas align with who you're trying to be, right? Because what I'm trying to do, people don't even know what I'm trying to do. They don't even understand it. So if you don't even know, I haven't even disclosed what I'm trying to do. A matter of fact, not what I'm trying to do, what I'm going to do. How can you give me advice about doing it if I haven't even disclosed what the overall bigger picture motive of my agenda is? So people just may not understand. And then when you discover your purpose in life, people definitely don't understand, because when you discover your purpose in life, everything just seems minuscule. Like, relationships seem minuscule, problems in families seem minuscule, being broke seems minuscule. Everything seems minuscule. If a girl diss you, if a dude diss you, if people act funny, it just simply does not have as much depth and substance as it once had before, or as much impact on you, because I personally feel like I just don't care enough anymore, because I know who I am, I know what I'm here for, and I know what I have to do. And when you have that, it gives you a peace that surpasses understanding, right? It gives you a foot to stand on. It gives you foundation. Your foundation is built now on brick, right? It's not built on sand, right? It's not built on mud. It's not built on straw. It's built on brick. That means it's not going to break easy. It's not going to crack easy. You're going to have to, come with some real intensity to try to break somebody who has their philosophy in check, and somebody who's done their homework. And that's the next thing that I want to say. People may not understand. You got to do your homework, man. You got to study. You got to know what you're talking about. See, when you know what you're talking about, you can get past all the drama and unnecessary conversation and all the regurgitated information and all the different obstacles that people try to put in your way. Like I said, most times some of these people have great intentions, but they just don't understand. People may not understand. I feel like people cap in their evolution, right? Even though they still want more, but they're still capping in their growth internally, right? They still want more externally, but they've capped in their growth internally. And your growth internally is going to have the most value. I want to tell a quick story about me feeling discouraged, because I felt like, dang, no one can see what's going on with me internally. So it doesn't matter. Like, I'm like, why am I doing all this work internally and no one can see this? So I started chasing the external things, and I realized very, very quickly, number one, this internal work has saved me in this time. And a lot of people that have all these external things are very, very impoverished in their thinking and in their mind. And it's an illusion. And I don't want that type of lifestyle, man. I want to be liberated. I want to be free. I want to be whole. You know what I'm saying? I want to be able to have compassion. I want to be empathetic. I want to be real. I want to be genuine. And I want to deal with truth. And that's another thing people may not understand. When you want to grow, you got to deal with truth. You got to make love to truth. You got to make love to pain. You have to accept that that's going to be a part of your life. Because if you're living in an illusion or in a lie, or you're telling yourself whatever lie it is, I'm too old, I'm too young, I'm too this, I'm too that. Oh, I don't have time for this. I can't do this. They said this. Oh, if I eat this, I'll be fine. You live in these illusions. It's going to be hard to become the best version of yourself, because you're already creating excuses and barriers and obstacles for your own success. And another thing people may not understand is, like, competition is such a lame pursuit unless you're playing. And even in my opinion, even if you're playing in a sport or something like that, I still think it's a lame pursuit, because when you go practice, you're practicing with your teammates, but it's your mind that you have to compete against. It's not their mind, right? And then once you leave practice, you still have to work on yourself to become the best player or the best whatever you're doing, the best version of yourself. So I think that competition is a real waste of time. I think it creates more jealousy and envy than it creates work. Yes, at times it will push you and will catapult you, but for me and my journey, I don't have time to compete. I have goals that I want to accomplish. And if someone's higher than me in those goals, if they have the same goals as me, then I feel like I should be learning from that person. If that person is lower than me, then I feel like I need to be grateful for how far I've come. And if I can help that person, if they want the help, I should be able to help them, right? That's how I view this whole thing. If you're not doing the same things that I'm doing, all I feel like I need to do is salute you. I don't care. I don't need to be involved. I don't want to be involved. I don't need to compare nothing that doesn't, like, I'm in my niches and my genres, and that's my focus, right? That's what God put me here to do. Like, a lawyer does not need to complain and battle with a freaking doctor. Like, that's retarded. You're a lawyer. You need to focus on law. The doctor needs to focus on being a doctor, right? The pharmacist needs to focus on being a pharmacist, right? The landscaper needs to focus on being a landscaper. And a lot of the times, based on ego, men try to become jack of all trades or want to dominate every conversation or be the top head honcho in every conversation. And they may perceive you as being weak because you choose to not engage, when really you're not being weak. You just don't find it interesting or worthy of a cause, right? Because you got different sectors and different levels of intellectual men and women, right? So I'm not going to spend my time engaging in conversations with people who are not on my intellectual level, that's not going to offer my life any value. Just as well as if someone is on a higher intellectual level than me, I would be a fool to expect them to engage in any type of debate or confrontation with me if they're on a higher level than me. What I will be trying to do is learn from them. Now there's various different things. It's not only intellectual, right? You can learn from experiences. I learn from people's experiences, right? They may not have what I want, but I can learn from their experiences. So what I'm saying is, like, people just may not understand, but you have to keep going towards your goals. And that's what I'm learning by myself. Like, I've put in so much work behind the scenes that people don't even know about, that be trying to convict me or challenge me about how I'm doing things, and they don't even know what they're talking about. You know what I'm saying? They haven't did half the work that I've done over the years to understand the things that I understand. You get what I'm saying? And it can be a very, very frustrating process when people just don't understand that you want different things, right? And you do things because you want different things, and you don't do things to prove a point or to compete with them or try to outdo them or try to outshine them. Actually, if anything, you just trying to do the best for yourself. You get what I'm saying? And that's kind of my view of my life. Like, I really don't have a person or a thing or someone that I'm trying to outdo, except for myself. Like, I'm just trying to create the best life for me. Now, does that mean I'm going to not bark, not bite, not go to war, let somebody walk all over me, not Absolutely not. It just means that unworthy things are unworthy things, right? And people just may not understand. So I hope you all like the video. Remember, dream big, work hard, live great, don't stop. It's your boy Sean Rock Tuna. I'm signing out. Peace.